Hello and welcome to the Stinky Socks podcast. I'm your host, Liz,
And I'm your other host, Kiki.
and we decided to start a brand new podcast. As I mentioned before, it's called Stinky Socks. And yeah, this is our introduction podcast. And so, as a start, we'd just like to introduce ourselves. Would you like to go first, Kiki?
Sure. Hi, I'm Kiki. You already knew that. I'm Liz's friend. For 4 years. Me and Liz are also, we like to have sex a lot. We are friends with benefits.
That is very true. I'm Liz. Um, I'm also a friend of Kiki's, surprisingly. Also a sexual partner, might I add. But yeah, currently also Twitch streamer, YouTuber, whatnot, all that cram. And yeah, I mean, you also do YouTube, you also stream. We're just trying to
Yeah.
make it on this fucking platform and on Twitch, but it's hard. It's hard. It's a struggle, but I think we could segment a segue into how we met each other and what the story is. Because I've mentioned a few
Alright.
times, but it would be like good that we'd have like one place where it always is, and people could always like listen back or something like that.
I can share my POV and then you show your POV or something like that.
All right, all right.
You know?
Um,
Alright.
so it was around 2016.
Yes.
I started a YouTube channel called Liz MSP, one of my 50 YouTube channels back then. I would make so many new personas and channels every week, but Liz MSP stuck. And I would just like stream every single day on YouTube. I would do daily giveaways and stuff like that. And through my streaming, that's how Kiki found me. Anything to your POV like back then?
So, I don't know why I'm coughing so much. But the thing is, so MSP is a kids game. Did you already explain that?
Oh, no, you could just like
No, it's
inform.
like a website, like game and shit for kids. And I was looking for games to play, like because I was playing Club Penguin, Roblox, different games, and I wanted to see some different streams and stuff. And I stumbled across Liz's stream and stuff, and she was just doing giveaways and other things, and I just like commented on her, well, talked in her stream.
Yeah, and through I also played like games like Club Penguin, Roblox, whatnot. And I don't know, but I just aspired to be an MSP streamer because I saw so many other people do it. And so like I was like, let me do this too. And so luckily I met Kiki through that, and then I started this new series. It was like this MSP fashion show type thing, and Kiki was a judge on it, and that is the first interaction we truly had. And so it was like on this first outfit, it was this guy with like blue hair or something. If you look at the Kiki laugh comp on my YouTube channel, the last clip, if you go all the way to the back, is the clip I'm talking about. And so Kiki mentioned something about it, and I just thought it was so humorous that I started like I burst out into laughter, probably because it like the video like it was so tense, everyone was so tense and stuff like that, and so awkward. And so I don't know, Kiki broke the ice, and like I just laughed my ass off. Kiki laughed her ass off, and then through that, like I don't remember much after that. It's like a blur after that. We just like became quite good friends, and so yeah. Anything like your POV from that?
When okay, so how I got onto it, it was like I talked with Liz a lot, and then basically she modded me because she mods people who she has known for a bit and like talks a lot in chat. And so she did this fashion thing on MSP, and I didn't have a computer at the time, so I went on my iPad or tablet, whatever you call it, and it had the shittiest mic and stuff, but I sounded like a fetus. Okay, this was also on Skype. Okay,
Mm.
no Discord, nothing, no good audio or anything. It's just me like downstairs with the fucking like iPad, being really shy and scared because I'm gonna get judged on like how I'm talking about shit and stuff. And I purposely went quiet on some things because I didn't like get asked to like, oh, what's your opinion on this outfit? Because I was scared. Uh, But yeah, it was pretty funny. Because like I was like, what the fuck? Why is this guy? Why blue hair? Like the fuck, you look like a Smith or some weird shit like that. I said, and then I started ugly laughing, and then Liz joined in.
Yeah, I think you like broke the ice at least for me because it's just like the video
Mm,
was just so tense and so awkward and no one knew each other, and so it's like kind of like
yeah.
ooh, no one, like the thing is I knew the people, like I spoke to them like on stream
Mm.
or like messaged them on Discord, but never called any of these people.
Skype.
Yeah, on Skype, and then we had a Skype call for the first time, and so like I didn't hear, like I've never heard half these people's voices, and so like it was nice that you like broke the ice, and like I don't know,
Mm.
no one else laughed except for us, but like
I
I
think it was
mean,
just like everyone was just like, yeah,
yeah,
cool. It's
exactly.
just really awkward.
But
But
luckily we connected from that point, and as you guys know, like Liam and Karu, also got to know him from my Twitch streaming, YouTube streaming back then on my MSP channel. And then Emir we met through Karu, and that's basically sort of how we all met.
yeah, wait, what? Like, let me explain this. We weren't like extremely close when we did that and stuff because we weren't like calling every day. I mean, we did have like 24 like plus hour calls on Skype
Yeah,
and
that was
shit,
like
which was
after.
crazy and insane. But
Yeah.
like, we used to have a friend. Like, can we talk about her?
Just like get
No
like a
name.
different like name or something.
Yeah, we'll call her
Jessica.
mm,
No, not
Jessica.
Jessica.
Maddie.
Maddie. Yeah, let's call her Maddie.
And she was like our third member of the friend group and stuff. We only had like three people. I mean, we had like a fourth one, but she didn't really talk that much, and she wasn't like that more outgoing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't really include it in stuff that much. And we had a few fallouts with her, and it was quite interesting because me and Liz, whenever we hang out with each other, play Minecraft, stuff like that, Maddie starts like getting like a bit upset with it. It's like, oh, why didn't you like invite me and stuff like that, and oh, you don't like me anymore, stuff like that. Even though like she could have just asked, stuff like that, and then yeah, I keep saying stuff.
Should I continue? Yeah, basically, we just started having a falling out with Maddie because she would just like get yeah, because we were like, you have to think about this after like me and Kiki connected quite well. Kiki and Maddie were like very tight friends. We would talk every single day. We're matching outfits on MSP. We'd have calls that
Mm,
last like 48 hours, and like you got to think for like a year straight. I talked to the that we all talked like every single day to each other,
mm,
right? And so like this Maddie girl would get like really jealous if like me and Kiki were like in a call alone together, or like if we were playing Minecraft without her or something, she would get very jealous and stuff like that. And it like it came to the point where she would basically put or like try to get Kiki on her side, and then try to like go against me. And
mm,
I think she was trying to like nudge me out so she could be like good friends with you or something like that.
mm,
And from my POV, I just thought it was like, yeah, it was like, I of course it was shitty, but it's just like I thought like some fights were just like so hilarious,
yeah, super
especially
funny.
I got raided by like a big YouTuber
Mm.
back then on YouTube. It's not like Twitch rated; it's like a different type
We
of raid.
didn't know who she was though.
Yeah, we didn't know who she was, but like she boosted my view
Mm,
count, subscribers, and whatnot. That's why I have had 8,000 subscribers. A bunch of people haven't subscribed now, but like I used to have like 8,000, and like one of the argument points Maddie brought up was like, oh, Liz's like the fame has gotten to her head and shit like that. We can't talk to her anymore, stuff like that. And so yeah, it's just like she would pit Kiki against me, and then like they would both then go after me, which like I essentially could deal with, but it's just like thinking back onto it, what if I like didn't give a shit, right? And so like, nah, fuck you guys, and then like wouldn't be friends right now. That like that's crazy to think about. I'm happy
I
like
think
I stuck through it and was like, nah, let me fight for this, you
yeah.
know?
I think it was like I think I did a paragraph apologizing on the stuff because it was a bit messy and stuff, and I knew it was like, wow, what the fuck's happening? Because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing either. Because we were all, like 10 or some shit like that, you know? And we like make big deals about like random
Mm-hmm.
things, like
Mm-hmm.
to make our lives interesting or like, you know, because we never experienced stuff like this or understood it properly. So, like, I apologized and other stuff, and me and Liz got closer. We talked to Maddie a bit more and talked to about like, oh, these are the problems we have with you and stuff, and is it possible if you could like improve from that? And she was not listening to us, stuff like that. But I mean, in the end, we decided to just block her out from our life. Basically, that was the big decision. Mm.
Yeah, so yeah, like Kiki said, we blocked her out. And through that, me and Kiki became like even closer friends, you know. Um, and I just want to like to mention that fact. Like, I know after we had like the big fight, I still messaged her and like asked if she was like
Mm.
okay and shit like that, just to like make sure, right? And every single year, I think around New Year's, I would just like check in on her because we would follow each other on Twitter.
Mm.
And I would just like DM her like, "Hey, you okay?" And she'd be like, "Yeah, I'm doing much better now, whatnot, you know." And I'm pretty sure we talked to her like a few months ago or something, and then like
Mm.
asked her again like, "Oh, how have you been?" Stuff like that. And she's like been doing totally fine. So it's just like I
She's good.
think like getting out of like our friend group was like definitely something better for her. She's like
Yeah.
a more reformed person now, and like I'm quite happy that happened. So like yeah.
Mm. Because her like goals in life were just more like becoming a doctor and other stuff, and it didn't really match with our like, you know, stuff that we wanted to do, like more YouTuber, social media stuff, and those kind of clashed. So like, uh, I mean, we were good as friends, but there was some things that like didn't work out because we were more like into this kind of stuff, you know. I
Yeah.
don't know how to just explain it, but I remember we were talking about it.
I think like we were just like we were like kids, and so we were friends, and so we just clicked easy. And
Mm.
I think like she just had like a different moral set than we did, and like a different like
Mm.
total life plan. It's just like, and eventually like maybe like I don't know, she started feeling insecure and getting trust issues and stuff like that, because like me and you were like really into like editing and YouTube content and Photoshop, and she like didn't care about any of that, and so we'd spend like a lot of times making videos together, or like thinking about videos, or doing shit like that. And I think that like maybe yeah, potentially turned her the wrong way. But like then again, at the end of the day, we tried talking to her, it didn't get better, and so like you know, just like gotta cut it loose, I guess. But
Mm.
I think through that, like she made us like much closer friends, and I think like
Yep.
it's been just like a staple now in my content that like, or like in our content that like we're like really good friends, we're like best friends, and it's just like a staple. It's like been like that for years. And it's just
Mm.
like everyone, like in all my content I've ever known, you like ever made, everyone knows Kiki. Kiki's just like a staple person, always there. You know what I mean? And it's just like, or like throughout like the past like 4 or 5 years now, it's just like, yeah, it's been cool.
Yeah. Like, can I say like one stupid story I did when I was younger,
Sure.
when I was doing the YouTube stuff? So one thing, I thought it would be a good idea to put my actual age in my fucking YouTube thing. Wasn't a good idea. Let's just say that because once I did that, they deleted my whole YouTube channel, which had like 100 subscribers at the time, which
Mm.
was pretty good. And I was like, oh shit, what the fuck?
Mhm.
And I was just like, I was messaging on another account in Liz's stream. I was like, oh no, my account's gone, my account's gone. And Liz was nice enough to like be like, hey, uh, subscribe to Kiki, stuff like that. I was such a dumbass. I was like, why would I put my real age so YouTube can delete it? That was
Yeah.
one other funny thing was that to try and get the account back and verify it, I sent in a random picture of like a lady who's like older and shit on the internet to verify that it was like me, you know, oh it's me, I'm older, yeah, I'm not young or anything. I didn't get the account back.
Ouch.
That was like
Um
4 years ago though.
yeah, that's like also a reason why I never like started Twitch streaming, cuz like they're like guidelines were like, "Oh, you must be 16." But they recently changed it to 13. And so like I just waited until I was 16 to start streaming, and then they're like, "Oh no, you know what we're gonna do now? Now you can just be 13 to start streaming." So like I could have started like years ago, made a career already, but you know it is what it is, you know. Um,
Alright.
yeah.
What else is there
Um,
to talk about?
maybe like we could just like quickly mention like why we're doing YouTube videos, why we're like making content or something like that. If you'd like
Okay.
to, you want to go first or should I?
You can go first.
Okay.
I don't have much to add.
So, I basically have been making content and like since I moved to Germany, which was when I was like about 12. Even though like you can't make YouTube videos when you're that young, but I still did. I made like little like I would like play on it with my dolls and record me playing with them, and like make up a little stories. And so like I started back in 2012. I'm pretty sure their accounts are still there. All the videos are still public. Everything is public. Everything is there. And so like slowly from that I transitioned to like movie star planet content or like Minecraft content, all that type of stuff. I've tried out so many channels, so many different names and stuff like that, and then like it eventually stuck with Liz MSP in 2016. I kept making videos until 2017, and then I got my computer taken away for a few months, and then it's just like my channel kind of died after that, so it was like kind of pointless to like continue with a dead channel. So I tried to make a new channel. It didn't really work out. I was like, okay, I'm just not going to upload anything. And then certain creator came around. I'll just say like call me Carson. Definitely inspired me to start doing YouTube again. Like I know it sucks, but it's just like
Iffy now, but
yeah,
back
we
then
didn't
what
know
was
what he
happening.
did back then exactly, and so like I started watching him in 2018. I think early 2018, and then through his content, it inspired me to start streaming because he did like SMP Live, and that basically inspired me to start streaming, doing YouTube stuff again. And I'm so happy it did because I'm so happy with the content I do now, the people I've gotten to know, and stuff like that. And so, yeah, he was basically my new inspiration. But before that, I was just motivated myself to make content because it's just like I grew up watching YouTube, so it's just like I was like I need to do that, I want to do that, like every other kid. And so, yeah. What about you, man?
Okay, so before like I became really good friends with you, I really wanted to do like MSP type content, and I asked for recommendations on like, oh, what did you use for like music videos and stuff, and you said Filmora, and I used that, and I uploaded my first MSP video, which was copyrighted, and I was like, fuck.
Oh, I have so many copyrighted videos on my old channel. It's crazy.
And after that, I was like, okay, well, shit. And Liz did have a big impact on me when doing stuff like streaming and YouTube and stuff, because like her stuff inspired me to do other things as well. Because like she did MSP videos, and I wanted to do some like MSP type stuff as well. And we worked together on these type of things. It was really fun and things. I think with Twitch streaming, technically I just needed money. And this was like to streaming, and I was like, oh, okay, then I'll do streaming. But streaming was quite fun. But with the PC I currently have, it's like I'm playing on a toaster, and nothing works. I crash every second, every time I open Minecraft. Minecraft's not even that hard to run.
Yeah.
But yeah, Liz was mainly the one that encouraged me to do like this stuff like this. But I also watched like a few YouTubers that also like inspired me to do stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think definitely further on, like of course, like after a while, I never copied Carson's content. I like wanted to make similar content, like because he did like the like laughing at funny pictures with like his friends on Discord. I want to do stuff like that, but it's just like I was like maybe not. It's too early, you know. I don't want to completely copy it, and so like I never really did that. I think I did it like once, just to try it out. But like he just like inspired me just to keep going and stuff like that. And I think like throughout like the years like continuing like from 2018, I think like we definitely like could like back off each other, inspired each other with like stuff like I've met a lot of people throughout the past like 2 years that also have just inspired me with just like the work ethic and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. But it's just like, yeah, Kiki's just been very much of an inspiration to me. Our like duo, meshes very well and gives me inspiration as well, because just like
Mm.
you are way more on the creative side than I am. Like you're very good with editing and drawing and stuff like that, and I'm more like the type of side like, oh, idea,
Mm.
do this now, push, like, yes, I know I'm kind of pushy and like workaholic, and like I could stay up for 8 hours just editing some random shit, but it's just like I think the fact that we just mesh very well, despite like, yeah, you have a work ethic too, but it's just like, think I've developed like a crazy work ethic ever since I started
Mm.
streaming, because just like you got to do it daily or you're not going to get anywhere, you know? And so
Mm.
it's just like I definitely know I might push you sometimes and stuff like that,
Mm.
but I think that's maybe what like makes it like work sometimes, and I don't know. But like yeah, I don't know.
Unlike some people, I must say, when they took like a whole week to do a 1 minute portion of a video, but we don't talk about that.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
We'll save it for another podcast. Should we end it here, or should we
um
explain more what we're going to do with the podcast?
um I mean, yeah, I think we should just like give a quick brief memo what we're gonna do.
Okay, the reason why we made the Stinky Socks podcast was because I think it's more, I don't know, effective when there's two people there, and it's not that messy when it's more than like, I guess, three people. Because when you saw like, for example, like, let's go on Liz's channel and like watch the podcast we had for like unnamed podcast. We didn't name it anything with Kara and Amir. It was a mess. Everyone was just like shouting over each other and other stuff like that. It was fun, but also not like, oh, you can get something out of this or some shit like that. Because like, yeah. So me and Liz were like, "Alright, let's do a podcast together." Oh, also time zones, because since Kara and Amir live in Asia and me
Mm-hmm.
live in Europe, it's a bit messy. So we did two people, me and Liz, stuff like that. Since we have like a stronger, you know, dynamic, and we're good buddies and shit like that. And yeah.
Oh yeah. Basically, I don't really have anything to add on to that. It's just like, yeah, it was just a mess with everyone. So like two people, it's just way easier. And I just think like our chemistry just works better, and like most of the times we're like on the same page with like questions or like things,
Mm.
and so it's just like yeah, it's just gonna be so much easier, especially time zones, to like record and do everything. And yeah, I think one of the biggest issues when we did it with like the whole gang is that like getting everyone together at the same time, even if we plan like a day and time, it just no one, someone wouldn't show up, someone wouldn't be there for like half an hour, and then like after half an hour someone else would leave and stuff like that. And so
Mm.
this just puts like this is like better, easier, so to say.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh, should you discuss like what we're gonna do with the podcast, or should I? I think you should. You should.
yeah, I'll just go into it. So what we plan to do with the podcast is like first of all have just like place for us to like chill and talk, because like a lot of people mainly Rapid have like asked for us to do a podcast because I mean I don't know, I think they enjoy just us talking to each other, something like that. And so, like, first of all, it's gonna be like a place where we can just like talk about whatever, maybe deep shit sometimes, maybe like stupid stuff like the best type of beans or some shit. You know what I mean? And so a place for that, or like we'd love to have people on to interview people about things. Yeah, like and if you guys want anything that we should talk about or interview someone about, like leave it in the comics, or tell me on stream like, oh, I would love if you would talk about windows on stream for a little bit or something like that. We totally do it, you know, we totally can. Me and Key can discuss like hours on end, or like if I don't know how we're gonna do it with like what type of guests we're gonna have on, but since we're like not the biggest creators, we can have like fucking Jay Schlatt or Swagger Souls on the podcast, but like
Mm. When we like interview people that we know.
exactly, like interview like friends. I don't know if you're gonna like essentially interview viewers, but like we could have maybe like one day just like talking about how it is to be like a viewer of like a smaller stream or something like that. I think that could be interesting.
Mm.
But otherwise it's really just like a place for us to like chill, sit back, talk a bit, You could like most podcasts I listen to when I'm like going somewhere, or like I'm playing a video game, or like I'm drawing something, and I just want someone like in the background talking about something. That's essentially, I think, what we intend it to be, just like something you could listen to the side, or like maybe learn more about us through it, because we're probably going to talk a lot about ourselves on it. Yeah, is there anything you want to add on to that?
Not really. Just hope that we don't have the messy podcast. I think when we're doing like interviewing people, we'll just interview them and not like talk about like subjects that are like more like what do you think of like I don't know political
Mm.
stuff. Maybe we should be careful with political stuff.
Yeah, I think yeah, it's very like we shouldn't essentially tiptoe around it, but it's just like yeah, I get that people want to hear about politics and your like personal opinion on stuff,
Mm,
but like this place is more like for us to sit back,
chill
chill, stuff like that. And so like politics, especially like right now, can be extremely frustrating, especially with like
country.
a certain country, or like a certain illness going around that starts with the C.
Mm,
um so like it's a very like it's like people like get stressed out when they hear stuff like that, so we're probably most likely not going to talk about it. Maybe like a podcast here and there, just like mention what's going on in our countries, for example, or like compare what's going on or something like that. But like
mm,
otherwise, I don't want to like mention that type of stuff. I just want to be like sit back, chill, talk about shit, and just like have fun.
mm. Is that enough? Is that it?
We're on 27 minutes.
I'll
um
take it.
Yeah, all right. Anyways, hope you guys had fun watching. Any ideas or stuff like that, please leave them down below. We're gonna try to make this a weekly thing. I think.
Mm,
I
mm.
think like once a week we could just like sit back and just like talk for like an hour or something and chill. I don't
Yeah.
think it should be, especially since you're just an hour behind, it shouldn't be a struggle. But yeah, we'll try and make this a weekly thing. Anyways, we hope you enjoyed the introduction. And we'll see you next week.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.